see me rolling. They hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty.
Holy cow!
Shut up and take my money.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
All the rich people in this world, and I guarantee they're all white.
I live in Birmingham. If you want the
No, they're not all white. No, they're not. You're fucking Oprah. Come on now. Say one white person that's rich. Say one white person that's rich.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system, you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game, or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
If you look at the top of the screen,
Or hold a sports competition between families.
For a game, you fucking beaner piece of shit. Wrap
All
your dick in a
together,
quesadilla.
anytime,
Suck my fucking
anywhere. Game Chat.
I'd love to.
Already announced earlier this week that they were going to have Game Share, which already was going to be, you know, something that's really crazy because, yeah, you'll be able to loan out digitally your games to your friends and family members. That's already pretty cool. But to say that you can actually share the game through game chat, I don't know if that's Nintendo being manipulative or if they're genuinely doing something pro-consumer by basically saying, hey, your friends can play with you even if they don't own the game itself. Again, that seems kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the opinion is here. It would either be a positive or a sneaky play by Nintendo to get us to buy more games.
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
It's tomorrow.
Joey learned to live without the use of his legs and even went on to create a wheelchair-type rugby game called Don't Feel Sorry for Us, Ball.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on? Son of a... Language.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive. we are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the
unless we are married!
I like trains.
Yep, it's a pretty fucked up looking dog.
You cheated on me? You bastard!
Dicks out for Harambe.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Alright, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to wrap my head on a couple of other things that happened during the week, because I think we're gonna have to talk about these things at some point, so we might as well get these things covered. So, let's start with the Republican elephant in the room. The goddamn tariffs, because it seems almost ridiculous that the president announced that there would be tariffs implemented on a lot of the imports coming from overseas. And that sent a lot of people spiraling. That sent a lot of people making assumptions, weird assumptions, wondering if Nintendo's gonna find a way to skirt around around the tariffs, if they can find a way to make exceptions, if people are gonna have to do what. If this is gonna affect the price, or if the price was, or if the reason why Nintendo didn't announce the price is because they knew there were gonna be tariffs implemented and they just wanted to lessen the blow, or maybe, or whatever. Only to find out that just recently that we are getting a 90-day delay. And guess what happens to fall within those 90 days?
Can you walk us through your thinking about why you decided to put a 90-day pause?
Well, I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid, unlike these champions.
So, basically what's going on is that, Nintendo's gonna try to figure out a way to get in as many Nintendo Switch 2s into the United States, at least enough to last until Christmas, which honestly is a pretty ambitious order. I don't know if they'll be able to squeak by or not, but yeah. Anyways, as it stands, as far as I know, the price of $449 for the base game, and $499 for the Mario Kart World Bundle seems to be sticking somewhat. However, I think it's also worth mentioning that considering that this is a console, it is what we economists like to call a loss leader. Basically, it's when you decide to sell something at production price, or even below production price, in order to, say, get people hooked on something else, or get people to, remain loyal customers, so that they'll purchase other products that you may have. An example that often gets cited would have to be free refills at a McDonald's. Like in a way, McDonald's is kind of losing money anytime they offer free refills. But the positive that comes out of it for McDonald's is that either A, you'll continue to keep going to McDonald's, and eventually you'll probably buy a burger and some fries, maybe some nuggets too, and they'll end up recovering from that initial loss. And it's something the same here, because when you consider the amount of technology that is being added into the newer Switch 2s, everything from the mic to the increased processing power to the fact that the thing goes at 120 frames per second on handheld mode. Not to mention the other potential. Not to mention the improved improved magnetic controllers, and a whole bunch of other improvements that they made to the game, to the controller. Not to mention the fact that the charging stand now has a performance fan. I think it's safe to say that they're probably selling these consoles at a loss. But again, the idea is they'll sell this at a loss, but then recover the cash from the games. Not just from the games, but also from the Nintendo Switch Online memberships, from any future game sales, from any games that they sell in the future, from any accessories that you buy in the future. That's where they're gonna recover the money, or at least that's the plan. At least so far. And when you consider how expensive some of the accessories are gonna get, including the camera, yeah, that's a little worrying. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the plan the whole time. But yeah, here's where I start talking the big ticket items. Here's where we start discussing some of the other stuff that the $80 for Mario Kart World. Now, I think for most people, when we first heard of something like that, for a while we knew that prices were going to increase for a lot of games. We kind of were aware of that, and up until recently, the poster child for who is going to be the one to sell their game for $100 first, we assumed it was going to be GTA 6, but it seems like Mario Kart World might be the one to clinch it, or at least it's going to be for sale. As far as I know, it's going to be $80 for the digital download and $90 for physical. Also, it's worth mentioning that depending on the region, either you're going to get a download code or the physical copy. And I think it depends on whether or not Nintendo Online is available or something like that. Like basically, like if you're from North America, East Asia, or Europe, or Australia, then you're probably gonna get the digital download. If you're from Southeast Asia, Middle East, Africa, South America, then you're probably gonna get a physical or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that. Like if you get the bundle. However, here's where my brain sort of, pardon me. Here's my hot take. Here's my controversial opinion. It might, at least for Mario Kart World and GTA 6, it might be okay, but only because we know these games are probably gonna last from here until 2035. I mean, if you think about it, GTA 5 released in 2013. That is way more than a decade ago. Meanwhile, Mario Kart 8 came out also in 2013. Although I think it's worth mentioning that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out in 2017. That was around the same time as the Switch release. Still, it is within the 1 decade time frame. So, I think in a way, because these games are planned, I don't know if it's fair to say planned, but because these games were managed to last around a decade, that it might be okay to pay $90 if it's gonna last that long. Hell, I could probably argue that maybe that considering the Switch, if you think about it, Splatoon 3 basically was $90 for the whole game, and that thing lasted a long time. And I think it still has a pretty healthy population. I don't know if Splatoon 4 is when Splatoon 4 is coming, but yeah, I think it's still gonna last. I mean, I think there's still people playing the original, and you know, we still have, like, I think I missed out on Springfest. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, I think $90 would be, or at least $90 would be considered less. Like, I do not see Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty coming out and being $90. I still expect that to be $60 because that game is blatantly disposable. Like, you buy that game, you know that by next year they're gonna have another one lined up. It's not like you're gonna wait, like, you know, a long time. It's not like they're gonna have that much content. And quite frankly, they're already replacing a lot of their content with AI. So yeah, I would not give them the benefit of the doubt. I would not pay $90 for any of their products. Same goes for Ubisoft or EA or any of the other companies that have been known to have a very terrible reputation. The reason I'm willing to give Rockstar or Nintendo this benefit of the doubt, the reason I'm willing to pay $90, I'm more willing to believe that they can actually not only deliver on a decent product, but also that they will maintain the staff required to provide support for the coming years. Like, if I pay $90 per game, I don't want to hear that all of a sudden you're going bankrupt, all of a sudden you have to lay off people.
I gave you more money than the Civil War cost, and you fucking spent it already? Where's my money? I felt like Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life when he's screaming at his Uncle Billy. I was like, where's the money? Where's that money, you fat motherfucker? Where's my money? Stay down on the ground. Stay down on the ground, you motherfucker. That's not the dialogue, but do y'all remember that scene from It's a Wonderful Life? Great movie, Frank Capra, 1946.
That all of a sudden, oh, you're not getting enough players, because by that point you would have already have, you know, with me paying $90, you will have already paid for the hype. Like, heck, you wouldn't even have to advertise the hype all that much. I mean, let's face it, the minute GTA 6 was announced, people were basically lining up at Rockstar's door saying, give us the game now. They gave us a little nibble of Mario Kart World when, you know, they announced the Switch. Heck, the Switch itself, the Switch itself was the thing that was, you know, getting us all salivated. The minute they showed off Mario Kart World, we're like, okay, I'm gonna have to donate I'm gonna have to sell some of my bone marrow or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I think only people who have graduated college can donate sperm, as far as I know. I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to sell my plasma. But the point is, yeah, a lot of people were, you know, a little hesitant, but still relatively excited. And probably willing to pay the $90. Again, I'm not going to pay $90 for a Call of Duty, but I am willing to pay $90 for a game that'll probably be around for a long time, which is kind of what I'm expecting out of Mario Kart World. So, with all that being said, with all these things being mentioned, am I, me, Jack Penaloza, going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 or the minute it comes out? I mean, I kind of do want to, but as I am right now, it's kind of a tough thing to swallow. It's kind of hard to actually, you know, get that money. Like, I can probably sacrifice my paycheck for that, but right now I'm in a situation where it's like, it's kind of hard to justify. Like, right now I'm just trying to save up for a down payment on a new car, because the car I have right now, it is constantly breaking down, and I use that car to, you know, actually do rideshare, which is kind of where I get a lot of the extra cash to pay out for a lot of the stuff that I do here. And I don't know. Like, I think once, and on top of that, it's like I've made commitments to, you know, visit family members by the end of this year. Family members that live abroad. So it's gonna be hard to do, especially in this economy. I don't know. Maybe I can figure out a way to, you know, kill, you know, you know, kill two birds with one stone, and maybe while I'm visiting my family, I'll stop by a game store in foreign markets and maybe buy the Switch without the tariffs. Who knows? But yeah, like that's those are my priorities right now. If I can, you know, get a down payment on a better car. Because right now the car that I have, it's like it's not gonna pass inspection, and I'm really just using it to haul my ass from here to work. It's just not like I'm pretty sure the piston seals are broken. So there's that. Anyways, like I said, I still want to visit family members, and it's gonna be hard to justify when I'm buying something that, quite frankly, costs one round trip ticket. But yeah, once I get those two sorted out, I'll see if I can rummage enough cash for a Switch 2. Because, let's face it, that thing is a beast. That thing looks like a beast. Like, it looks like this is something that Nintendo has been, it looks like something that is meant to perform with the big dogs, you know? Like, Nintendo is not content with being a small dog in a small dog competition. It is out there to compete there with the likes of the PS5 and Series X or Series S, whatever the hell Xbox is doing. But yeah, that seems what they're trying to do. And you know what? I don't know. This is a pretty risky move because on the one hand, they've always been known as the budget option. Like this kind of messes with their identity a little, but who knows? Maybe more. Especially in these trying times, it's gonna be hard to, you know, make that proposition palatable. But who knows? Maybe they're onto something. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Switch 2 Direct. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys planning on getting the new Switch 2? What games, if so, what games do you expect me to play on the Switch 2 once it comes out? Do you think I should just save my cash and get a decent car? Do you guys think I should just try to bypass the tariffs? And do you guys think you guys want to help a guy buy? If I go and travel abroad, do you guys want me to buy a Switch 2 and just bypass the tariffs for you guys? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe, do the things the algorithm asks you to do. And yeah, that's all I really got for now. Until then, this is me saying thank you for being smart. Sayonara.